Hello and welcome back to Dynamic Playground with Dave. So we are back on Rover Evolution, and today we are going to upgrade the Rover to a trailer system. Alright, so as we mentioned last episode, this whole system is a bit sketchy because we go a little forward at times. We can potentially get stuck because of the way it kind of acts right now, as you see there. Because everything is super long, so if we go over a hill similar to this, you'll see that a lot of it's not touching the ground. So we need to kind of change this up into some kind of trailer-like system. So many ways to go about it. We could potentially just not do the trailer system and just make a larger and bigger form of Rover. So that's one way of doing it. And of course we use the 5x5 wheels instead of the 3x3. The 5x5 ones are probably going to be fairly big. So even if we were to be able to make one, let me see if I can even try. So 5x5 with the wheel is not as big as 3x3. Well, it's bigger than 3x3 by a little bit. So we can easily go ahead and change it to that and rebuild it that way, but we don't necessarily have all the materials. So I think we're gonna have to slowly get towards that point. But the other problem is how we're gonna do the trailer system. we also need to weld up the power for our hydrogen system. So maybe something we should do first. Produce these parts. I think we're out of materials actually. Let's see what we can do about this. Okay, so it looks like we're out of mats. So we're gonna have to drill up some material right now. So we gotta put our collector down and try to line it up back up to scoop up everything that we need in terms of stone. So let's just get that done first. Didn't realize I was out of materials. I thought I was pretty decent with the materials, but I guess not. But maybe we should really start looking for iron ore and all that stuff, because the stone is gonna give us the material, but it's not really sustainable in terms of, you know, constantly getting all the necessary resources that we need. So maybe today we should, if we can, fix up the trailer system and then start moving around to go and look for iron and other types of resources. So that might be what we do today actually. So let's just scoop up all the stone here. Easy scoop. Scoop it all up right there. And there we go. Alright. And it sounds like it's working. Okay. I want to get at least one hydrogen engine up and running first. And that is just in case we do end up running out of power. At least we have a backup. Alright, here we go. We have a hydrogen engine up and running. And it should be able to collect some ice. Although we probably don't have much ice here. We have some. Actually, no, we collected a decent amount last time. So sometimes hydrogen engines we need to turn on and off for whatever reason. So let's just do that. Oh, you know what? It's not even connected, so that's our problem. Alright, so we gotta put this together. We can use 2 of these cubes. Conveyor junction cubes here. Why am I always out of motors? There we go. Okay, looks like we're out of iron. Yeah, we really need to go and grab some new resources. We need to look for iron. We need to look for all that stuff. I think the trailer system, I think we should be able to make it still. It'll be easier if we could use that to our advantage and make it so we can start moving around a little bit better. That's more ideal. I don't want to keep it the way it is now. because we can get stuck really, really easily. Look at that collection right there. Okay, we're probably full of stone. It seems. Okay, let's see. Alright, so now we are connected. The hydrogen engine should be working perfectly fine. Still not doing anything at the moment. Not sure why. Let's see. Hydrogen engine's on. We are connected. Yeah, it should be working fine. I don't know how, but it seems like I broke this. So we're gonna have to fix that somehow. Alright, let's fix. Okay, we probably moved a little too quickly and kind of broke that somehow. But why is it not collecting the rest of it then, actually? So that's kind of weird. So nothing's broken there. Huh. Oop. Alright, just grabbed everything. We're just gonna throw it back here. Or not. I'm gonna throw everything in here. Okay. So our collectors are fine. Yeah, we definitely need to find a better resource than stone at the moment, because it's going to take some time to build out everything. But for now, yeah, we should really be able to do some kind of trailer system here. So how we're going to do that, I think we do need to move things around a bit. So we can put the trailer system right here, but do we need both cargo containers right now? It looks like the answer is no. So one of them is free. This is cargo 4, I think, right? Yeah, cargo 4. So we can eliminate cargo 4 and put the trailer piece to it here. And that's going to consist of a rotor and also a hinge for the most part. Yeah, a small one at least. So we seem to be missing some wheels here, so we need to add some more. I think we add a wheel right here, and then right here, and then we can add that hinge piece. Maybe we do the hinge piece first. So let's get rid of this piece here. Hinge piece, the trailer part first. We'll get rid of that. Oh. We want to add the trailer system. So we can start building out the trailer system as so for now. And we can do, what can we do? We can make it big by going with a advanced rotor, not the small one. A 3x3 advanced rotor. That's the one we probably should use, because then we can use a bigger hinge, if anything. This is gonna be a little tricky, because if we want to do a hinge system, maybe we do it with 2 hinges instead. Why do I want to use a rotor? There's gotta be a reason why I'm thinking a rotor, but if I do a hinge system, this can be left and right, and then we switch it to up and down. Or you know what? Why don't we just do, I think it's gonna be the same, but we can do the rotor. We can do an advanced rotor right here. So then that way it can pivot a little left and right. I don't think it's going to matter too much, actually. I think what we care more is not to pivot left and right. We just want to be able to go up and down. We don't need it to spin left and right, because that's going to cause more problems than anything else, I believe. Yeah. So I think mainly we just want to add a hinge 3x3. That's all we should really, apply here, actually. So that means we could just do this. We add the hinge 3x3 right here. And we get rid of this head piece. And what we're going to do is actually put the headpiece connected to this. So we just do the 3x3 part right here. Yeah, we put the 3x3 part right in there. And then we should be fine. And then we attach. So it looks like we're not going to be able to do this until we back it up a bit. So what we're going to have to do is put some wedges here. So here's going to be our wedges. And the only reason why we're putting wedges is because we're going to move this guy. So let's see here. Steel plates. All the steel plates I have. Wow. We have very little materials for a lot of things here. So this is a bit of a pain, but we're going to have to go through it. Yep. Here we go. So we're going to put some wedges right here. And actually, you know what? We could do... There we go. Slope blocks. Something like that. Okay, so I'm going to put this back here. Right there. And here. So if this thing does roll backwards, which I don't even think it will, but it might, at least we have some kind of safeguard there. Because we're going to sever the two pieces right now. So basically you're going to cut it right in half. So cue the magician. Alright, there we go. Not sure if this is the best move ever, but should be good. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna put the part in there. And I hope we have, yeah, we have build vision, so we can do... Nope, that's the survival kit. Here we go. We're gonna attach it. Hopefully no clang is gonna happen. So we're gonna do it in 3, 2, 1. Oof. Okay. I think we're good. Yep, we are good. Alright, so do we put this together? Yeah, we need it because we need to flow from one piece to the other piece. Alright, so we have a hinge system now. That's perfect. Exactly what we needed, I guess. But it's a hinge 3x3, so this is the trailer. The trailer piece, the hitch piece. What we want to do is kind of turn off the braking or turn off the torque, or we just say off. So I'm gonna do torque to 0, and I think we need it on. We can't do off because if we do off, I don't think you can transfer items from one end to the other end. So that's the thing. Is that true? I'm not sure. Let's see. 3x3 off. Nope, that's not true whatsoever. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, wait, I can't move that there. So let's see. Add an assembler. No, I think we should be fine. Yeah, we should be fine. The only reason why it didn't work out is because I can't put large steel plates into a small porthole into that, but that's just what it is. Alright, so this whole collector system here is pretty useless, to be honest. Better off having a drill system instead. And let's see, what can we do from here on out? So we are attached. We can't get rid of some of this stuff here. Let's test out the drive actually. I don't even know how well this is gonna work, but it should be better than before, so that we don't get stuck potentially. The other piece is I think we need more wheels here for the front half of the Rover. So let's see what we can do about that. So I think we need to change this up. Yeah, I think we should move a wheel forward right here and then a wheel back here, so we have enough kind of pulling power. I think I lost power to these guys because they're subgrid now, but of course I gotta add a script and hopefully that works out fine. But in the meantime, let's see how this works. It's moving pretty decently. But here is the part that's the magic right here. So now when we go up on a hill like this, you know, at least the whole thing's not stuck on like a weird 2 wheels only from the front and back. Now we have more contact points here. The only problem is I think really I lost power to the wheels in the back, and we're only steering torque with the front. But that shouldn't be a problem because I think we could solve that with a script. So we could always add a programming block, and we can put it somewhere, probably right here. Let's see if we can do that. It might be a script, I'm not sure. Ooh. Luckily we were able to drive it because programming block is comprised of making, oh well, it's not that bad. We just gotta make a light or something and then we could get a programming block. A light. So easy as that may sound, we're just gonna do the progression here by getting rid of that light and put it back on, and we're good. Here's the programming block. I love the small grid programming block because it just looks like a computer and not this big old block thingy like thing that appears in the large grid. So we can pop on a programming block right now. Large steel tube. How does a large steel tube fit in this thing? That's insane. So we have some large steel tubes. Why do we have large steel tubes in the collector? How did that end up happening? Anyways. Alright, so put that there, and it looks like we need a display. Can we make one? Yes, we can. Oh, we already had some. Basic assembler. Okay, so I can't move stuff from one end to the other end right this moment. Can I? So if I can't put this in basic assembler. Okay, so I think my theory is correct then. So if the hinge 3x3 is off, we're not able to move things around. Okay, so that's not working either. So, is there something going on here? Or is it due to small portholes? I think there's something crazy going on here. Well, either way, yeah, I think it might be due to small portholes actually. But that kind of grabs through, so that's kind of weird. But stone works though, because I put collectors here and the stone's gone, I think. But we'll check on that in a second. We can add the script now. So if we do the script, we just go to edit, browse scripts, and we can look for this wheel, subgrid wheels, this one right here. So this is SWCS whip subgrid wheel control script. Double click on that and we should be good. I mean, we don't have to do too much. Place the script, place some wheels on subgrids, blah blah, and check code, and it should be okay. Not too sure if it works the way I'm thinking it works. Because does it have to be directly on a subgrid? Not too sure, but we'll leave it on for now and see how that works. Oh, that's a pretty cool picture. I never realized that. Alright, so we should have more power this way, I think. Hard to tell. I mean, one way to really tell is to, if we know which wheel is which we can because it's by the colors. If we did no propulsion, the back wheels are actually moving us. There we go. That's actually pretty cool. So that works out really, really well. Okay, so put the propulsion back in his wheels, and that worked out pretty well. Yeah, that just works. So that's good. Okay, so if I build to transfer, okay, so we have an issue. All right, of course this is not connected to anything, so then of course we can't do anything there. I probably shouldn't have attached this to the what's it call it though, the survival kit. I think I might have to change that up. Let me see something. If I put the stone, then it transfers through. Okay, but but I can't transfer it back if it's something large. Interesting. Okay. Alright, so there's a main thing that's a little bit awkward now is one, the hydrogen engine's not working because we don't have it plugged into anything. And also we should have actually not attached it to the survival kit directly. That is a bit scary to do. So we're gonna have to go back to plopping on some of these, whatchamacallits, little wedges in the back, and we could just use the block. I think that's gonna be fine. So we just do a bit of a block here and here. Oh, we can do 3. All right. So luckily nothing. I think it's not gonna go backwards, so we should be okay. We'll take this piece off. And I realize we probably need a battery on this system, but it should be okay. And the only reason why I'm saying that is once we get rid of this piece, it's pretty much on its own. It has no battery, it has nothing whatsoever. So nothing's going to run that way. Anyways, but let's see. Let's move this guy up a little bit. And we could add a cargo container like we had before. So we just need a medium one. We could go big. We don't need to. So let's put a cargo container right here. We may not have all the parts for it. Alright, so that's the problem. Or actually no, it might be stored in here. So alright, so we don't have enough materials for it. But as long as we have an interior plate, we should be okay. So come on. Do we have an interior plate? We don't have an interior plate. That's not good. Okay, so that's not good. See here. Let's see where we can get that plate really quick. I just need a quick interior plate so that I can connect the two together. And it looks like I don't have any. Do I have any materials to make it? Yes, we do. So we should be okay. So let's just make a few interior plates first. And all the materials here anyway, so we should be okay. So can we just, you know, grab materials for it? Or produce the materials for it? And it looks like we can in some ways. We probably don't need... Oh, we do need a lot. That's fine. Alright. We're going to put back the medium cargo container here that we wanted. Alright, there we go. So we got back the medium cargo container back here just for extra space, and also because we need it to protect, well, we don't want to put the we don't want to have the survival kit actually being the main item that's touched against the hinge or the trailer piece, because that's a very dangerous thing to do. Meaning if anything happens, it might break the system, and then we don't have a survival kit, and then we can't remake it. So let's try to avoid that by having some kind of cushion, and that cushion is going to be the medium cargo container here. Right now, whoop, getting a little hard to see, but now we can back it up a little bit and hope for the best in terms of colliding once again. So we'll attach it in 3, 2, 1. Okay, sound a little fishy there. Alright, so we go back to the hinge. We're going to call this back the trailer. Oop. Right there. And we do 0 torque. And I think we turn it off. Let's see if this works. So if we have it off and we have a cargo container connected directly to it, let's see. We can move it. So not a problem with having it off. So that's good. Okay. So not a problem there. Let's get some steel plates and kind of fix this design out piece a bit. Alright, so we got to add some wheels in the back, so we should be able to add one right here. So we're going to do right 3x3 right here, and a left 3x3 on this side. right there. So we put this together, and we're gonna find a way to elevate this a little bit, so that we can get the wheels added here. All right, so now comes the tricky part in terms of getting the wheels. How are we gonna do this? Okay, we could we could potentially do this the fun way, or the not so safe way. So what we're gonna do is basically grab the 2 wheels, or I'm just gonna get all the wheels. So these 2 right here, we can save it part as the grid, or the group. So the grouping of wheels should be this, and we're gonna do add wheels. So we wanted to just add them from here. So the fun way, or the very scary way of doing this, is actually going to be holding the X button to make it jump. Should we do that? Probably not, but let's just do it anyways. So I'm gonna just see if we can hop a little bit and press our grouping of add wheels as quickly as possible once it's in the air. So we're just gonna pop it up a little bit, and there we go. Exactly that. It looks like we're missing on this side, so we're gonna hop it a little bit more than that. So boom. Perfect. So the best part about the hopping is that you're only hopping the front half only. So that's interesting way of how that works. But that works out pretty well. Do we need to reset this because we reconnect it? Probably. So let's just recompile and run it. Okay. We have wheels here. We do have to set the settings again. So we're gonna get that all welded up first. Still missing materials, but yeah. Steel plates, large steel tubes. Yeah, we're missing a lot of stuff here. So let's get that in here and going. And we're missing, yeah, we have very little materials. We have no steel plates. We have no more materials whatsoever. So once again, back to mining out this kind of little hill here to get the parts or the resources. That's also known as stone. And it's gonna bring us, you know, nickel, silicon, and iron. So we need to really find some resources. But we accomplished what we wanted to accomplish today, for the most part, the first part of it. And the next is finding resources. Resources is very important. So once we get that, we should be good to go. Something else we can take care of as well is going to be the ice aspect of it. Right, so hopefully we're not going to break the connectors like this. Ooh. We have stuff back here. So our wedge worked out pretty well, it looks like. Alright, so let's just back this thing up a bit. Ooh, we're hopping. Alright, here we go. Is it going to collect? Yes. Oh, you know what? Before... Shoot. Did we name our wheels with front and back? I think we did, right? Yeah. So we're fine. So there's... We want to get rid of some of the... that's the front. That's fine. That's front. Steering off, steering off, steering off, and steering off. Okay, I just want front wheel steering. Okay, collect that, and we should be good to go in terms of refining. Okay. So just bring that up. And we should get the materials for the wheels relatively soon. And then we can kind of get going. And the other thing, let's see. Let's just do this first. Here's wheel 2. Probably should get the extra steel plate just in case. There we go. Alright. So now we can fix the next piece, which is the hydrogen. So I feel like I should have just flipped it the other way, maybe. Not sure if that's going to be safe or not, but we probably should have done that. It's okay. Here is where we're just going to do some tubing aspects. I think we could tube it here, right? Yeah, we should be able to. Okay, we're going to tube it this way. That way. And go this way. So it looks like we need a lot here. Put that there, and regular tubing. We need a C tube, and there we go. That's a lot of tubing for a simple setup like that. So that's unfortunate, but necessary. So we'll weld these things up and running. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tubes here. So that's a lot of tubes for a simple thing like that. And we're missing materials for motor and some construction components. Alright, so we need more stone. And this is working out okay, to be honest. Otherwise, if we use the drill system, it would probably be a little bit harder to get the materials off the mountain, or we might get stuck somewhere. So the lucky part is making this kind of hill-like thing to use to collect stuff. Actually worked out pretty well, which is good. Ooh. And it's been relatively easy to collect the stone this way. So although an odd way of doing it, it kind of worked out. I think we're a little too elevated right now. Okay, you know what? We are elevated because that wheel in the back is being a pain in the butt. So we need to fix our, I think, strength for all of them. And the height all set for all of them as well. And 60% on the friction, speed at 100. I think that's it. Did that change everything? Nope, it didn't change. Well, it didn't change the speed. There we go. Change the speed there. Okay. Now we should be all on the ground. Okay, we are. And we can easily collect. And good to go. Alright, so hopefully we now have enough parts. Let's get this thing up and running. So all this just for hydrogen power. This whole crazy amount of tubing here. Did I put a T tube here? Interesting. I'm not sure how I did that, but okay. So let's get back a regular tube. There we go. And that's the C tube, another tube. Okay. Let me put this one together. And we're good to go. Lost the porthole though. That's the problem. Because then it's going to be a little bit more difficult to grab. Oh, we'll still grab stuff from here. Alright, so the hydrogen engine should be operational actually. And is it because... No. Our O2H2 system is operational. Our hydrogen system is not. Or engine. That's not operating. It's not collecting. It's not doing anything. Not too sure why. To be honest. But what can we do? Do we need more ice? Are we missing ice or something? We have 2k of ice and it's not doing anything whatsoever. We have more ice here, so we should be okay. I'm not sure why that's not on. It should be able to transfer ice. I would think it should at least take the ice. So let me see if I go to the O2H2. Yeah, I think I could grab ice. So here's the O2 system. Yeah, I can throw in ice. Alright, I'm not sure why that's not working. It may be glitched out a little bit. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but you guys let me know. And maybe it'll work eventually. Sometimes, from my experience, it just works eventually. So, we'll see how that kind of goes. If we want to grab a little bit more ice, we can do so as well. I'm just going to grab from here. There we go. That's not a lot whatsoever, but better than nothing, I would always say. Alright, so get that. Do we want to add kind of this block back here? So let's say, do we want to add these things back here? We can add it up to a certain point, probably right there. and then stop. Yeah, I think that's fair. We could do that. Alright, perfect. We are set. Oh, there you go. The engine's running now. That's perfect. And that's going to fill up and get rid of all the ice that we have here, which is a good thing and a bad thing. We want to get rid of some of the ice, but not too many. Let's see here. O2H2. Alright, I think we're good. We don't want to get too much of the ice out because we need it for our hydrogen tanks. So we can float around a bit more. And power-wise, we are okay. Well, kind of. So we can rely on this thing a little bit later. So we can turn it off for now. But I'm glad it's working. Oh wow, it's filled up at 100% already. That's interesting. Alright, let's just turn it off for now. Love how the engine works on these things here. But yeah, we're going to turn it off for now. Only because I don't want it to kind of kill all the ice. Because I do need it for hydrogen tanks. And yeah. Alright, we are good. We're set. I just realized we didn't even bother to weld that up. So let me see if I have enough steel plates for that. And I don't. So let me see if I can queue up more. Alright, so we're not going to be able to fulfill fixing this, I think. Oh, you know what? Perfect. We just had just enough steel plates, it looks like. Oh, we still have a lot more. Alright, so that's good. We're going to put that back, and we could change this up. We don't need a hydrogen engine here. We left it there just to kind of balance it on both sides. But let's see. We have an ore detector, so that's good. This thing might be an issue later down the line, so do we want to get rid of the collectors? Probably. Let me think. If we had a drill system in front, it's gonna be a little heavy in the front, but we would have been able to drill it. But I'm also cautious of that because we would probably run into some issues too. Is that middle one on the ground? I think we're pretty set, right? Okay, so turning is quite an issue right now. I was hoping to connect another hinge. We probably could do a swaying hinge. Left and right hinge for the turning part, so you can make it kind of more of a trailer system for sure. But right now, let's see, our ore detector, I think it's at max. Yeah, it's at max, 50 meters. So how should we go about doing this? I was thinking initially we travel along this kind of ice lake here, or river, or whatever this might be, that we just travel alongside of it for a little bit until we get to a more flatter end, and then we can look for materials. Finding resources on Triton might be a little bit harder. From what I can recall, I don't think it's marked as easily as other planets or moon, but you might be able to see some kind of shading or dots and spots and things like that. Just very, very faded. I think if I remember correctly, that's how it works, but I could be wrong. So we're gonna just kind of go along the side here a little bit. Yeah, let's just travel along the side here. I kind of don't want to go too fast, but I don't think. Yeah, I locked the max speed, so we're not gonna be able to go too fast, anyways. I wonder if the ice lake does have materials marked as well. Oh, iron. We have iron. We have iron. Okay, perfect. Here we go. Nickel, iron. We have a lot of stuff here. Okay, so that was just running into it without even knowing about it. Is it marked in any ways? It looks like it's not marked. At least for ice, it's not marked. I think if it's on the snow here, it might be slightly faded, but I'm not too sure about that. So the iron is pretty much just down under here. I can't believe we actually just found iron like that. That's pretty cool. Okay, the iron is... I'm just going to do a moonwalk here. It looks like 11 meters down here just to get iron. Worst part right now is that there's no way for me to get iron except for hand drilling down in this hole. So that's going to be fun. So let's just do that. We're gonna right click down here directly. So it's gonna generate somewhat of a big hole. And we should run into the iron relatively soon. Here we go. That's the iron. And it's not too far away. So if we do plan to make some kind of, and that's, I hope we don't fall in this hole, but if we do make some kind of drilling system, if we make it in one of a trailer or something like that, we could probably do 2 pistons down and kind of get this. But I think for now, the important part is to, let's just get it by hand. So we can at least generate more materials and collect more materials a lot quicker. Instead of building stone and everything like that. So we're probably going to get like a good few handfuls of iron. And I think I'm going to grab some stone too while we're doing this somehow.
Inventory full.
But my inventory is not really impressive right now. So we got to do multiple trips here. And honestly, it is a lot better to have a drill system to do something like this. Because it's going to be able to carry more a lot quicker. Not much we can do about it right this moment, but we are okay. So we could get a bunch more. Let me GPS point to this as iron. And yeah, we're going to continue to dig a little bit for now and collect as much iron we can, and then we can move on a little bit more with our adventure here. But first, I'd rather find the materials on a mountain, to be honest. If we have it on a mountain, then we can use our collector as intended. But without this being on a mountain, we're gonna constantly be in a little hole and kind of dig up and down for the iron. So this is not the ideal piece of this current setup. So yeah. But each run I make should give us a decent amount of iron, it looks like. About 1K of iron. So we just got a decent backpack full of it. It looks like we got some stone as well. So that's going to give a little bit too. So it's fine. But let's see. Let's see how much we're going to kind of yield here. So I think we're going to stop there in terms of getting the iron after we finish gathering the rest here, and that should sustain us for a little bit. Not too much, but a decent amount. What else can we do? Instead, you know what? We could put up a mining station here. Nothing wrong with that, right? We could set up a quick mining station with some drills and everything like that, and once we finish drilling out all the iron, we can leave it here as storage so we can always come back and get more iron. And then move on from there. So that could be something we do. Potentially. I hope everything is refining. Yep, we're refining. So we're good here. Where's the cargo that's going to hold? Okay, that's all. That's all our materials. So we didn't get that many iron. Or yeah, we didn't get too much iron here. Alright, that's fine. So we GPS marked it. So we could move on with our adventure if anything. But I kind of want to see something. If it should be some kind of spots. In most planets, resources have spots. Triton, from what I can recall, should have spots too, but it's a little bit harder to see. But I don't recall exactly how that kind of works. So we're gonna keep trucking around and see if that's gonna work out. Yeah, it's not like we could see much right this moment with this weather. So we can continue moving forward just a little bit just to see what we can find. And come back here if we need to get more iron. And we're likely going to have to get more iron. We can head over to the station, which is about 30 kilometers away. So that's something we could potentially do as well. So here's nickel. I wonder if we climbed up here. Oh, cobalt. That is something we need. Alright, cobalt is good for our metal grids. So let's just... Oh. There, we lost it. It's 22 to 23, 22. Right here. Cobalt. It's pretty deep down there. So that's a good start actually for resources. We got iron, cobalt, nickel. I'm not going to do the nickel in terms of GPS because once we're here we can always find it. But I am very surprised we got some cobalt already. So that's good. That's a good find. And then of course finding things like silver, gold, and platinum, that's going to be a little bit hard to find, I think. I say that now and then hopefully maybe it's not. But I'm going to head over to the mountainside a little bit. I just want to check things out. Maybe we could find more materials other than from the ice lake. I really want to find it on the mountain. I can't see a thing. Look at this. Alright, so bad news is that, yeah, I'm climbing on the snowy parts. I'm not seeing a thing. Alright, I was just checking to see if I was moving or not. So I am moving. I can't see a thing, so I couldn't really tell. Yeah, we definitely need a little bit of a swivel. I think we need to put a hinge system that spins left and right. Spins? Rotates left and right. Or moves left and right. Alright, so we are far away from the ice river or lake, whatever, but I'm not seeing a thing. So that's interesting. Is all the materials... Can all the materials be found on the ice river or lake or whatever that is? That might be the case. Yeah, I haven't really played... Ooh, that didn't sound good. I didn't really play too much on Triton, so it's hard to say how we find resources. But obviously, you slap on a ore detector and that's going to help out a lot. We can even slap it on a large ore detector and that's going to help even more to get the range of the materials. But yeah, this weather is extremely terrible. I can't see a thing. But I think what I'm going to do is follow the ice lake until we find somewhat of a better, flatter area, if anything. But I think I want to kind of go into the station to see what they have and what they sell, and we can kind of, you know, kind of check it out from there. If we, I don't think it's the station that sells rovers and things, but that would be interesting to find a station like that. But yeah, we're surviving Triton. We're building our mobile base. It's working out pretty well. I mean, some parts of the adventure is pretty much exploring the whole entire Triton. Maybe we do kind of around the world of it a bit. So we're gonna start from point A and get to point B. See if we could traverse the planet or moon with just the rover. I mean, probably possible, but we still need to upgrade the base a little bit more as we go. Alright, so interesting enough, I have not seen any materials whatsoever so far after our initial search there. So that's pretty interesting. Okay, we're running into the snowy area. So with the weather, I can't see a thing and I don't know which way I'm headed. If I go this way, which is off of the river, is it flat? Probably not, but I can't see a thing and I might want to go that way. So we're just gonna go slow. There's no need to go fast and crash into something. And I feel like that might just happen. Alright, so it looks like we're kind of on a hilly part to it, because if you look at the line, that line over there, it's a little diagonally to the right a bit. Okay, this is a bit hilly. This was probably a bad idea. Let's take it slow before we kill ourselves here. Alright, but this is perfect. Exactly what I needed. Some of the wheels are touching and some aren't. And then in the back end, the trailer piece is able to touch the ground and push forward as well. If we didn't have the script for the subgrid script, we might be just pulling the back, and that might be an issue too. But with the script itself and this kind of hilly system, we're able to traverse this mountain. It looks like we are climbing a mountain. Why are we climbing a mountain? I have no idea. This is definitely a bad idea. Think we're trying to go for a shortcut here for the station, and definitely not the way to go. Especially in this weather. I can't see when it's gonna fall. So I hope we don't end up falling down somewhere. So I'm gonna have to go really, really slow here. So this is quite the adventure, but I probably shouldn't have done this. Alright, this is a rough spot here. Oh no. Oh no, we did it. We are flipping over, and that is not good whatsoever. Ouch. Yeah. Uh-oh. That's the assembler.